Back at Kansas Speedway, final laps of the BPU 200 today. Safety car is in, set for a restart. Austin Cameron, last car on the lead lap. Andy Belmont is your restart leader, but he's got gearbox problems.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't pit, because if you know you got no third gear in your transmission, the field's going to come by you. So I would have kind of pitted, got my fresh tires, because he's out there on old tires right now. I wouldn't have taken the chance because I think the field's going to blow by him pretty quick. But as I said that, he's already in fourth gear, and he didn't lose a spot. So,
yeah.
All right, Andy, you win on this one. Good choice.
He did a good job of getting up to speed there and holding the field at bay. But as we say, Belmont did not stop as the rest of the leaders did. Tires have been the big issue here all day at Kansas as the laps wind down. Jason Jarrett in the 67 car trying to get away to get around Belmont.
Yeah, Andy Belmont's car's working really good right now. I just hope that he doesn't run into any tire problems. And look at Frank Kimmel scoot underneath Tim Steele.
Kimmel to third. He has been the dominant car here all afternoon, but Jason Jarrett has been strong in the last 30 laps in that ML Motorsports Chevrolet. Belmont now watching the mirror, trying to keep the one car out in front.
Well, Frank's going to try to pass on the outside. We haven't seen that all day. I was going to say, we haven't seen that all day. Every pass that I've seen has been, getting into 3 and 4 or 1 and 2 has been down on the bottom. Through the tri-oval, they've passed on the outside, but I thought Frank was going to try it, but he thought better and decided to go and get back in line.
We felt as though Andy Belmont wouldn't be able to stay out in front. He's kept the America Online Ford up there for the last couple of laps.
Andy Belmont is having a whale of a season this year. He's run up front at a handful of races, and he's been running in the top 5 everywhere he goes. My hat's off to him. And look at this. Just as I say that, Jason Jarrett and Frank Kimmel sneak underneath him. Maybe
the choice of tires starting to bite Belmont a little bit. Looked as though the one car pushed up the racetrack going down into turn 3. That opened the door for the 67 and the 46 of Kimmel to go by. So your leader is Jarrett, Kimmel second, Belmont now third, and Tim Steele trying to get it back into the mix as well in fourth in the 16 machine.
Yeah, you can see Andy Belmont's car is pushing him just a little coming off the corner.
Here's Kimmel taking a look to the outside of Jason Jarrett. Jason Jarrett in the 67 going for his first major win in a touring series.
Now, I'm sitting up here in the booth, and I'm just going to say, I don't know, has he been holding back and he's this fast, or is Frank just waiting for a couple more laps to wind down before he makes his move? We've seen that Frank's been dominant all day, but all of a sudden, when it comes down to the final laps, Jason Jarrett's holding him off.
And Kimmel looked so quick in that 46 car earlier. I thought it wouldn't be long at all before he'd be back out in front and setting sail, but so far, Jarrett has been able to drive a good line and hold Kimmel behind him. Jarrett still out in front. Biomed on that 67 car here this weekend. Kimmel trying to look low through the tri-oval in the Advanced Auto Parts Ford.
He's got him now, going right through the tri-oval. He's got his nose underneath him, getting into 1 and 2.
That's a car that's working well when you can turn inside like that coming off the fourth corner in a big speedway.
I've been watching this car all year long. You notice he gets in the center of the corner, and if he wants to turn left and go down to the bottom, he can.
Yeah.
Now, and it's been every racetrack he's gone to. That car is like, I'd take that car and I'd never sell it. I hope I'd never wreck it. And if I ever retired, I'd put it on a mantle.
Well, Kimmel may want to bronze this baby if he can win his 5th straight here today at the Kansas Speedway. But here's Jason Jarrett coming right back at him.
I had heard that they bought that car from Roush. It was one of Mark Martin's cars. Now, I haven't verified it, but that's what the last rumor I heard, and boy, is it showing it. That's a top-running car.
Tim Steele in the 16 trying to hang on against Ed Barrier and Andy Belmont. This is for position a little further back, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Yeah, Ed Barrier got around Andy Belmont coming off the corner there.
Steele just not quite quick enough to get up and run with either Kimmel or Jarrett at this stage of the race. And here's Belmont trying to come back on the 19 car and take 4th away.
Yeah, Andy Belmont's not giving up that 4th spot too easy.
Up in front,
Jason
here's
Jarrett
Jason
going on the outside.
Jarrett in the 67 challenging for the lead. We're late in the going here at Kansas, and he drives around Kimmel. Jason Jarrett back out in front, down into the first corner.
Around the outside. Now, we call that a power move. There's no doubt about it. When you can do that, you're showing that your car's working good and your engine's strong.
Lap traffic ahead, yeah. See if this affects things.
Oh, 3 wide.
Norm Benning, the second car in the sandwich there, and he lets Jarrett have room, and Kimmel now slowing down. It looks like Kimmel may have a problem.
I can't believe those lap cars didn't see the leaders coming. They should have moved over and gave him room.
Jason Jarrett's crew on pit road clapping their young driver as he has extended the lead to 10 car lengths. Kimmel seems to be slowing down.
I don't know. I don't think Jason Jarrett's actually picked it up. It looks like Kimmel's actually slowed down just a little.
Just as Jarrett made that move to repass down in turn 1, the next time around you could see Kimmel visibly slowing on the racetrack.
Yeah, I'm just looking right now. I mean, he's not losing any more ground to Jason Jarrett. It's like he's staying right where he's at.
There's the ML Motorsports team cheering their driver on. Final couple of laps, 2 to go. 2 laps remaining here at Kansas Speedway.
I don't know if Frank has got anything left. He's better use it right now, or else, there's no way he's going to catch Jason Jarrett. Jason's starting to pull away.
Jason Jarrett by 20 car lengths now, coming to the white flag here at Kansas. Jason Jarrett on track to become the 3rd member of his family to win a major stock car event. Grandfather Ned, Dad Dale, of course, the Winston Cup champion.
I'm just thinking, this kid's got to have tears in his eyes. I know the first race I won, that last lap, you're coming around, you're on the white flag, and say, oh my God, I'm going to win. I'll guarantee he's crying right now.
Lapping by Austin Cameron, who waves at Jason Jarrett on the way through. A couple of drivers who share a demographic group. They're both in their early 20s. And Jason Jarrett is going to get to the checkered flag for the first time at Kansas Speedway. Jarrett inaugurates the brand new racetrack with a victory in the BPU 200 today. His first career ARCA win, his first major stock car win. Bill Venturini, what a story.
Yeah, what a nice kid, too. Him and my son Billy really have become friends. And I got to tell you about being nice. His uncle, Glenn Jarrett. Yeah, I've worked with Glenn in the broadcast booth and as a race car driver. And I got to tell you, I know the Jarretts. I think I get along the best with Glenn. He is a riot to be with. And Jason takes after right after.
And Glenn's a good driving coach as well. Spent a lot of time behind the wheel of a lot of different NASCAR Winston Cup and Busch Series race cars. So the checkered flag has fallen. Let's check our Suzuki move of the race. It was the power move by Jason Jarrett to retake the lead that paid off in victory here today at Kansas. Down into turn 1 on the high side of Frank Kimmel. Now Kimmel's car still running well at that point. We'll be back to talk to the winner.